This is Dan Dixie reporting for Press for Truth with some shocking breaking news that should really have you questioning the motives of the Canadian courts here. Supreme Court says mandatory minimum sentences for child luring is unconstitutional. I've told you how they want to normalize pedophilia so that they can one day legalize it. And this latest move is bringing Canada one step closer in that direction. Child luring is defined in the Criminal Code under Section 172.1. So what is it? Well, you can be charged with child luring if you use the internet to communicate with someone who you know is not 18 years or older with the intent to commit sexual exploitation, incest, child pornography, or sexual assault. Very good, as it should be. So, what's the punishment if you get convicted for this? The Criminal Code specifies the following penalties for a child luring conviction. In the case of an indictable offense, a minimum of 1 year in jail and potentially up to 14 years in jail. Good. 1 year should be the absolute bare minimum for someone to serve in jail who committed such a crime. But the Canadian courts think otherwise. The Supreme Court of Canada ruled Friday that mandatory minimum sentences for child luring are overly broad and can result in sentences that violate the Charter of Rights protection against cruel and unusual punishment. What? They think that 1 year for that crime is cruel and unusual? I wonder how the child victim of sexual assault feels about that. Now here's one of the cases that set this whole thing off. Maxime Merchant met his 13-year-old victim when he was 22, sent her a friend request on Facebook, and remained in contact with the child for 2 years. The pair met and had illegal sexual intercourse on 4 separate occasions. Merchant pleaded guilty to 1 count of child luring and 1 count of sexual interference. At sentencing, he challenged the 1 year mandatory minimum sentence for child luring, saying that it violated Section 12, or in other words, it constitutes cruel and unusual punishment. Merchant's arguments were successful, and he was instead sentenced to 5 months for child luring, to be served at the same time as the sentence for sexual interference. You have got to be freaking kidding me. The man had illegal sex with a child, and the Canadian courts feel that 1 year is cruel and unusual punishment? Do you see where all of this is heading, my friends? Well, you shouldn't be surprised when you look at what the state-funded CBC has been doing to normalize the sexualization of children. Just take a look at this trailer that the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation released about drag kids.
I wish that people understood that drag is a way of expression.
I just feel more out there, more open, more powerful as my drag self.
There is a bright side to life. Throw glitter on it. Makes everything look nice.
It disturbs me that people think that we're, sexualizing them.
He's my baby. What else am I supposed to do but support him?
But Susan B. Anthony.
There's never really been a drag kid in Missouri.
Give it up to Lady Gaga! I don't want to be famous. I just want to be a famous drag queen.
I had a lot to say about this back then, so I put out this video. We need to talk about Lactatia, the drag queen kid. This isn't progressive, it's satanic. Then the CBC followed up their documentary with a new documentary called Why They Do It. And just check out the intro to this indoctrination piece.
In regular times, her name is Bunny. But when she's in drag, whoop-bam! Madame Bunny.
What the hell was that? CBC Kids News? Guys, in case you didn't know, I literally lost my YouTube channel with over 275,000 subscribers for exposing this stuff specifically. The very last video I ever put out on my channel was titled Bombshell. Balenciaga pedos exposed. Everything you need to know in less than 9 minutes. And in that video, I literally say that this information that I'm about to reveal may cause me to lose my YouTube channel. The very following day, my channel was terminated. Alex Jones ended up interviewing me about that. Here's a short clip.
And then the excellent investigative journalist we've been interviewing for more than 15 years, Dan Dix, I think has done the best job with all this breaking news about major fashion firms openly promoting pedophilia. That's been one of the top stories in the last week and a half.
I'm really not surprised that I have been banned over this. It's really coming as no surprise. I kind of take it with a badge of honor.
I was about to say badge of honor. I mean, this is a badge of shame for Google. I mean, there should be a congressional investigation over them banning you over that report, documenting in a very conservative way an admitted pedophilic promotion.
So here you have me having my YouTube channel terminated for literally exposing all of this stuff. And meanwhile, the Canadian government is actively trying to lighten the sentences of people who actually have sex with kids. This is absolutely insane, and it must not go unchallenged. Guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comment section below. Where do you think all of this is heading? And do you agree that it needs to stop? And don't forget, guys, I'm up against a behemoth here when it comes to the CBC, the Canadian government, and Google. They can spread their propaganda and try to censor my content, but they'll never be able to stop me if I have the continued support from you, the viewers. So if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, please consider making a contribution today at pressfortruth.ca/donate. Guys, I need all the support I can get moving forward. And thank you so much to everyone who does contribute to my efforts here at Press for Truth. I can't do this work without you. So that's all for today, my friends. Just wanted to bring all of this to your attention. Please don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Share this video with your friends and your family who you think need to see it the most. And stay tuned, we're gonna have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.